Hello everyone! Cheshire the Cat on the scene, shamelessly advertising his links, getting everything set together as we get comfy, cozy, and solve murder! Obviously the world's most comfortable topic.
It's all coming together.
I like it was that I was right about coming here to visit. Thank you for the host, Oni, I appreciate it! I like it that I was right about coming here to visit. Oh, thank you. Really sweet.
But it would have taken quite a long time to tape up a hidden body.
No, the body was already taped up and the killer hid it, along with the pillar using the wallpaper.
What? They hid the pillar?
Yeah, by wrapping the wallpaper around the pillar, the killer was able to create a slightly larger pillar. So when I first discovered Ibuki's body, Hyoko's body was already there. However, because it was concealed within a slightly larger pillar, I didn't realize that at the time.
Well, that's understandable. I mean, it makes sense that you'd notice Ibuki's body right away.
So they used the baton lighting on the ceiling to hang the wallpaper?
The baton lighting forms a perfect circle around the pillar, so using it to hang the wallpaper totally fits.
Yeah, especially if you can just raise and lower it.
The reason the wallpaper was covered in so many stickers was to make it look like that pillar.
That's how they hid Hyoko's body, and then peeled off the wallpaper as soon as I left the music video.
But the killer made a mistake. They accidentally ripped off a piece of the wallpaper, and because of that, a scrap was left on the baton lighting.
The killer must have been in a hurry. Their plan took too long. Hajime could have walked in on it.
But going to the trouble of hiding the body and the pillar is very bold and risky.
But the crime itself would be much easier to pull off since they don't have much to do while Hajime's gone. They just have to peel off that wallpaper and stash it in the storage room. It's not that big of a deal.
Then, when was Hyoko actually killed?
Good point. And on that note, it's about time we shed some light on those imitation murders.
You mentioned imitation murder more than once. But what is that?
Are you kidding me? You haven't seen my masterpiece? The Wizard of Monami 2.5D?
More like a disaster piece.
Hey, don't put my likeness in your movies without my permission.
You're pretty noisy for someone who eats mothballs.
I don't eat mothballs. I just enjoy looking at them. I knew it. There are so many similarities. It must have been intentional.
So thank you, Cheshire. I got sickly and came here because I knew I would feel better, so thank you, Cheshire. Oh, Oni! You're always welcome to reach out to me if you need someone to talk to, okay?
Ibuki's death by hanging matches the Scarecrow's death from the movie. Not just that, but Hyoko getting taped up after her death matches the lion's death.
It's as if both crimes were replicas of scenes from the movie, although the mutilated Tin Man was omitted.
But why did the killer go to all this trouble in the first place?
Based on what we know, the reason the killer chose these imitations isn't that difficult to figure out.
Take those two victims in the movie to explain them now. To mix up the killing order.
I see! The reason the killer imitated two of the murders from the movie was so he'd mix up the killing order.
Alright, I was a bit nauseous.
Then, Hyoko was actually killed before Ibuki?
A valid line of reasoning.
Yeah, it's valid. The condition of Ibuki's body suggests that as well.
What do you mean? If you're going to cry and beg like that, then I guess I'll hear about the condition of Ibuki's body.
I'm not even crying.
I'll let you sob as much as you want later. Just hurry up and tell me before I change my mind.
What a jerk!
Oh, I see. You want me to explain it to you, right? Because you don't understand what I'm saying, right?
An even bigger jerk? Impossible!
Oh my god, really? This is what you two are fighting on right now?
Look, Ibuki died because she hanged herself, right? That means when she was still alive, her feet were touching the floor.
What's wrong with that?
But it seems Ibuki was still standing when Hiyoko was killed. That would mean Hiyoko was killed before Ibuki.
How right. Your words are so light as the sylph's feather. Your opponent is out of your league. It is too absurd to try to perplex me so inadequately.
Man, he's being annoying again.
First and foremost, you claim Ibuki's feet were touching the floor when Hiyoko was killed. How can a low-class creature with no psychic abilities like you know something like that?
Because she was doing something that's only possible if her feet were on the floor.
It seems you suffer from a pathetic delusion.
She walked over a bloodstain, dude.
You're one to talk.
Anyway, if this continues, we're just gonna talk in circles. I think it's best if we clarify Ibuki's status and how he was killed. Blood on the souls. Yeah.
When Hiyoko died, Ibuki's feet were on the floor.
I am telling you to present your evidence.
Did you see her walking?
If her feet were on the floor, was there any sign she stepped on something?
I agree with that.
Oop, I think I jumped the gun. That was an easy one.
Just as Sonia said, Ibuki stepped on something.
Oop.
That something was blood. There were faint bloodstains on the soles of her slippers.
That is not Ibuki's blood, right? She suffered no external injuries. Then it's Hiyoko's blood!
Hyoko's only wound was a fatal slice on her neck. And she died almost instantly, right?
If Ibuki stepped on her blood...
It means Ibuki was still standing when Hiyoko was mortally wounded. Which means Ibuki was still alive at the exact moment Hiyoko was killed.
Don't underestimate the power of the evil eye!
Nope, there's a way of proving this.
Is that it? A shepherd dressed in his Sunday's finest still reeks of lamb, Hajime Hinata.
Does that mean you have a rebuttal?
Does that mean you have a rebuttal? That's a good line. But are you sure you're sure? If I show you how serious I am, this world might be destroyed, you know.
Alright, Chunibyo. Bring it on.
You're so frightened you can't even make a sound. It seems you've realized our difference in status. However, the time for conviction starts now. You better entertain me to the fullest.
Oh boy. Rope used for the hanging.
You're saying the blood on Ibuki's feet belonged to Hiyoko? Ha! Impossible! Try to remember the crime scene. There was no blood on the floor. You can't step on blood that was never there. Just about one minute. See a nice nightmare.
Actually, in protest, I feel like I've already seen an opening to counter.
You're saying the
trap.
blood on Ibuki's feet belonged to Hiyoko?
Yeah, whoop.
Ha! Impossible! Try to remember the crime scene. There was no blood on the floor.
Right there!
Allow me to cut through those words!
Hamster dude.
That's not it. The reason there was no blood on the floor is because the killer wiped it away afterward.
Don't say such foolish things! You don't have proof of that at all!
Yes, we do.
I do. If you look closely, there's a streak on the floor where blood was wiped away.
When the killer tried to hide Hyoko's body, they probably cleaned the blood at the same time, but Ibuki must have already stepped in it, and the killer probably didn't even realize it.
The reason they wiped off the blood on the floor was so we'd mix up the order of the murders, right? Even if they're able to hide Hyoko's body, it'd be bad if her blood was left out in the open.
Plus, Ibuki's body was left out in the open, and it wasn't bleeding from any open wounds at all.
Hyoko's body was probably wrapped in duct tape to stop her bleeding. Actually, the bleeding will stop once the heart stops beating. So I don't think they had to go that far.
Aside from Mikon, none of us were aware of that fact, so the killer probably did not know it either.
Which is why Mikan did it to clear her name.
The heater was running inside the music venue so it would screw with Mikan's autopsy?
That's right!
What the? Soul! Oh my god, thank you so much for the raid! How's your stream? The Dumpy Grinch ass is here. For Xmas. What the What? What? Oh god, thank god I'm a mature streamer. Hi. Hi. Hello everyone, welcome to Danganronpa 2. We're currently in the middle of the third case trial. First of all, Soul, thank you so much for the raid. I know I haven't been catching your streams as often, and I'm sorry. I've been really busy. Also, this is normally where a clip would play, but I'm currently using my special YouTube recording screen, so no clip shout out this time, sadly. But yes. Hello there. Welcome. Name's Cheshire the Cat. I'm gonna let me take a hot second to just do a little shameless self-advertisement. Editor, you know what to do. No streamer care package. Hi, my name is Cheshire the Cat. I am a Twitch streamer, YouTube maker, and I also edit videos for by commission now. So whoop. Thank you for the follow, Stickman Jim. I thought you already were following me. Did Twitch do that weird thing? A double-cheeked up cringe. Elefante, I saw you were streaming earlier, and I'm so sorry I missed it. I've kind of been live. Hey, Chesh. Hi, Fan. Hi, Soul. We just got done dying on Gartic phone. Oh, God. I need to play that one again now that I have a tablet. 7 chaotic and cursed stream, so arguably dodged a bullet. All good, all good. We'll get comfy and get cozy. We're currently solving a double murder. All good. I faded Cthulhu. Oh, no. I'm gonna have to check that out later. But for now, I hope everyone is comfy and cozy. Please check out the link tree. I appreciate that. I have 2.8 coons. Does the Raiders want to see a reward? Well, that depends. What's the reward? Because I'm also... Well, I've got the editor. The future me will cut this out. Alright. What'd you have in mind, Oni? I'm scared. You always pick the redeems that are like... beyond interesting. Toot. I'm gonna lurk and grab foods. Loves and misses Cheshire. Glad you're doing good. Yeah, a little better every day. I got a new PC too, so my editing's coming along faster, and I'm opening up more commission slots. You want a toot? If you wanted a toot, I'd literally just give you one right here, honey. You know this. I don't even need to go through my own sound redeems. I got it. Wow, that's quiet. I got it right here. There we go. Comes and misses, Chesh. Good luck with your stream. Thank you. I was supposed to end stream 11 minutes ago, but honestly, I want to wrap up this case. This is a good one. Well, how you feeling, Cheshi? A little bit sore throat and totally ignoring the fact that I'm getting up in hours. Let's do this. And editor, cut back in now.
The time of death wasn't mentioned in the Monokuma file just to keep concrete evidence from us.
Yep. Since we have all this evidence, there's no one else who wants to object, right? Then it's decided. Hyoko was killed before Ibuki.
I will take head pats, yes. Oh, I need to lower them because I've changed my position. And I'll be nice, thank you. Did I shrink a little bit on accident? Oops. Thank you for the head pats. They are appreciated.
It appears that it is wiser to retreat for now. Fine then, but regardless of good or evil, there's no deceit in upholding one's convictions.
Hmm?
Can't you just shut up and back off?
Now then, let us resume our debate.
Wait a sec. There's something I want to run by Monokuma first.
Huh? Again? Didn't something like this happen last time, too?
Hey, If the victim actually committed suicide, what are we supposed to do?
Huh? Suicide?
The same as always. You have to vote for who the killer is. Think about it. A suicide means you've killed the most important existence of all, yourself. Unfortunately, that means there's no Blacken to punish, but I guess in a pinch, I can always punish Monami.
Why me?
Nagito, what do you mean? If the victim actually committed suicide?
Well, I mean, I understand Hyoko's dead, but I'm wondering if Ibuki was really murdered. For example, it's possible Ibuki killed Hyoko, and then committed suicide due to a guilty conscience, right?
Not
That's
quite.
totally impossible. Then she never would have killed her to begin with.
Thank you for the head pats. I'm not gonna lie, that's actually another reason why I kind of want to get through this, because I mentioned this earlier, but cases involving slip and slide actually hit really hard for me.
She was afflicted by the despair disease, remember? That means anything can happen.
So, I want to get through this
But
one.
if Ibuki's the killer, she wouldn't have been able to falsify the sequence of the murders, right? After Hajime saw the hanged body, the sudden appearance of Hyoko's body soon after means the killer had to be alive at that time.
Then she was alive! When Hajime first discovered Ibuki, she was just pretending to be dead.
Despair disease. So, quick catch up. A couple of the islanders caught fevers, and it like completely warped their personalities, and it was Monokuma's next motive for murder. That he was gonna let this disease of despair spread unless somebody was killed. And once somebody had died, everybody was cured. It's actually really nasty biowarfare.
If she waited until Hajime left, that's when she could have made her move and mess with the crime scene.
She hanged herself. Remember? There's no fucking way she could have faked that.
Actually, there is.
And if she was going to fake her death, I think she wouldn't have chosen hanging. Her body would have been defenseless in that state. If anyone touched her, that alone would have ruined her plan.
I see. So that means there's no doubt that someone killed those two. I'm glad. Now I'm free to search for the killer.
Okay, again,
What the heck?
he just proved that,
There's still one more issue on my mind. If Ibuki didn't commit suicide, then just what was that video Hajime saw?
huh?
According to that video you saw, Ibuki was by herself when she climbed the stepladder, right? Then does that mean someone forced her to do it?
Forced? Perhaps they used hypnotism or something?
Ibuki's despair disease made her, like, incredibly subservient.
I don't know anything about that.
Don't
So-
say it all proud.
Putting that aside, it seems obvious that the killer did something. So, maybe we should figure out who was able to do whatever that was.
So, an alibi. Then our plan is to destroy the weakest alibi. Since Hajime has seen the video, it is clear what time the crime took place.
But just to be sure, that surveillance camera doesn't have a record function, right?
It's a cheap-ass surveillance camera, you know? There's no way it'd have some kind of sweet recording feature.
Then, the video Hajime saw was actually live?
What time did Hajime see that video?
I saw it at the hospital, right before Monokuma's morning announcement. And I saw the body at the music venue a little after Monokuma's announcement.
So Ibuki hanged herself right before Monokuma's announcement. And since we established that Hyoko was killed before Ibuki, that means the time that the murders occurred was before and during the announcement.
Then, we just have to find the person who doesn't have an alibi during that time?
Now then, I shall issue my decree. Let Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi commence.
We can exclude the sick people like me and Akane, right?
And what about the others?
Right before the morning announcement, I was totally sleeping in my motel room.
I think everyone at the motel was doing that.
So everyone who stayed at the motel doesn't have an alibi.
What about you guys?
I was where I was supposed to be, my own cottage.
That's not an alibi.
Aside from those afflicted by the disease, if nobody has an alibi, then Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi has failed.
Hang on. But it's not like nobody has an
Exclude the sick
alibi.
people like me and Akane, right?
And what about the others?
Right before the morning announcement, I was totally sleeping in my motel room.
I think everyone at
So everyone who stayed... What about you guys? I was where I was supposed to be, my own...
That's not an alibi.
Aside from those afflicted by the disease, if nobody has an alibi, then...
No, that's wrong.
Because Mikan actually does have one.
Hold on. Not all of us are missing an alibi. In fact, Mikan and I both have alibis.
You two have alibis?
Up until I saw that hanging video, Mikan and I were actually together for a while.
We even woke up together that morning.
Hey, what kind of situation is that?
Don't ask.
I accidentally fell asleep on top of Hajime. Too much info.
Yeah, it's not like that. She just came to tell me Nagato's condition had improved.
And we went to the hospital together afterward. So we were together until right before the announcement.
I get it. You guys have alibis.
If that's the case, the killer must be someone else.
No.
It's better if we think about it like that. The killer decided to falsify the murder sequence to hide the actual time of the crime anyway.
So it's inevitable that an alibi for both before and during the morning announcement would be very important.
Unless if she was at it all night.
It feels like Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi has backed us into a corner instead.
But it actually raises a lot of questions that hopefully we will be answering in the next episode. Until then, you YouTubers, this is Cheshire the Cat, signing off. See you as the case continues.